Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Lauren and today I'm going to be drawing my December TBR. So if this is your first TBR video with me, how this works is that each month I draw 5 books. I draw them out of my 2 TBR star jars. The first jar, this is just my regular TBR star jar. As you can see, it is filled with little origami stars that I folded up out of paper. This jar has every book that I'm interested in reading in it. Every month I add a new set of books into the jar, everything that I've found over the course of the previous month. Those books will get a specific type, like color of paper. That way I know how long any given star has been in this jar. So that is this jar. I draw 4 books out of here, and as well as drawing 4 stars from my regular jar, I will be drawing 1 from my golden star jar. These stars are the books, these represent the books that I am most interested in getting to, the books I am most excited about. So I will be drawing 1 star from this jar today as well. I think that is it. Let's just jump right in and draw some books. All right, here we go. First draw. Oh, okay. Poured some on the floor, hold on. All right, let's see here. So whenever I tipped this thing over, immediately all these light pink stars fell out. I don't think they've been in here all that long, but the fact that that many came out on that pour, I just sort of feel like I should pull one today. So let's just go with one of these light pink stars to start with. All right, and the first draw is The Sleepless. Okay, this I actually just got from my most recent book box from the Strand. I'll be sure to link that the video up here where I unboxed that box. So I own this, obviously. Let me go grab it real quick. I'll be right back. Here it is, The Sleepless by Victor Manabo. This is a sci-fi novel, and it is set in a world, I believe, where there has been a pandemic that has caused a significant proportion of the Earth's population to not require sleep anymore. And I think it also has maybe sort of a murder mystery element to it. I hadn't heard of this book whenever I got that book box, but it sounds awesome. Like, that is a concept I can really get behind. And as soon as I got this in the box, I was really excited to get to it. I'm really excited that I pulled this today. This sounds great to me. Yeah, so really looking to this first draw, The Sleepless. All right, here we go, second draw. Let's see here. Okay, so I know that these like fuchsia stars have been in here a while, and I kind of want to pull one of those. There's also a bunch of these red stars in the jar. I have a ton of these in the jar and kind of want to get through them. Let's just go ahead and do one of these next. And the second draw is, yes, Race the Sands. Okay, I also own this. I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back. Uh-oh, that didn't sound good. All right. Here it is, Race the Sands by Sarah Beth Durst. This is a fantasy novel. This actually came highly recommended by my friend Yolene over at Yolene Reads. She really enjoyed this book, so I'm really excited to get to it. From what I recall, this book is about, it's set in a world where people, I think it's mostly people like criminals and people who have gotten in trouble for wrongdoing get turned into these animals that race, basically. I think it's like if they win a race or win a certain number of races or something, they can be set free. I'm probably butchering it, but I feel like that has maybe some little thread of truth in it. This sounds like a really like action-packed, a lot of fun. I did read, right after I got this, I read the first chapter and really enjoyed it. So I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun to get into. All right, third draw. All right, so it looks like I did pour out a couple of these fuchsia stars, which I mentioned a minute ago, I think have been in here for a while. So I'm gonna go on ahead and go with one of these. And the third book is The Wanderers. Also have this one. I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back. All right, here it is, The Wanderers by Meg Howry. This took me forever to find. I had totally forgotten where I'd put this for a second. I thought I was gonna have to come back and say that I couldn't find it, but fortunately I eventually tracked it down. This is a sci-fi novel. This book is about a group of people who are put into a simulation, a 17-month simulation. They are going to eventually be sent to populate Mars for the first time. And so they're put into the simulation as kind of a test run of what it will be like to be in a confined space with each other for that long. And as you might imagine, it sounds like these people sort of begin to lose it a little bit. And it also sounds like this book kind of goes back and forth between these astronauts and the simulation and their friends and family who are kind of on the outside, sort of left behind, and like what's happening in their lives. So I think this may be a little bit on the literary side. This concept sounds awesome to me. I think that this book cover is really beautiful. If I find a book particularly attractive, it can really enhance my reading experience. I'd be curious to know if you're like that too. Anyhow, yeah, this sounds like a good one to me, so I'm really excited to get to it. All right, fourth draw. Oh no. All right, so here we are. I think that these green stars have been in here for a while, so let's go for one of these guys next. All right, and my fourth draw is, oh nice, A Closed and Common Orbit. That is the next book, I believe, in the Becky Chambers series, which I also own. I'm gonna go grab it. This is great. It's starting to look like I'm not gonna have to buy any books this month. I'll be right back. All right, here it is, A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. This is the second book in a series. I'm not sure what the series is called. The first book was The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet, a book that I believe I read that last year and really enjoyed it. Side note, I hate it when they do this. It looks like a sticker, but it's not a sticker. It is eternal. It is forever on this book, so yay. Anyway, this book, I believe it follows the computer, what do you want to call her? Like the consciousness of the ship that everyone was on in The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet. Her name was Lovelace. She was kind of an artificial intelligence. And I think that one of the characters from the first book sort of helped to set her free and put her into a synthetic body. And so I think this book just sort of, it's about her in this AI trying to find her place in the world. And I think it also, it kind of bounces back and forth between her and the character who set her free and kind of their life paths. I've heard that this is a pretty slow plot, but I am fine with that. I really like the way that Becky Chambers writes, and I really liked Lovelace as a character in the first book. I can't help but think of her as the computer from the TV show Dark Matter. I don't know if you've ever watched that show. I love that. That's one of my all-time favorite sci-fi shows. This kind of makes me think of that character, the idea of this book. So I think, I don't know, I think that this is going to be a lot of fun to read. So, so fourth draw, A Closed and Common Orbit. All right, here we go. Fifth and final draw out of my golden star jar. Hopefully I own whatever this is going to be too, so maybe I won't have to buy anything or track down anything this month. That would be great. There it is, so sparkly. All right, and the final book that I will be reading in December is, oh, finally, The Last House on Needless Street. I have been wanting to read this for so long, and I do own it. Hallelujah. I do not have to buy any books this month. That's awesome, because I'm going to need to be buying Christmas presents. Let me grab it. I'll be right back. All right, here it is, The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. I don't know a whole lot about this book, and it sounds like this is that you want to go into this book not knowing much. The only things that I know about this book is that it has a girl, an old man, and a cat in it, and they live in like an old abandoned house at the end of a street. I think maybe someone moves onto the street and starts poking around or something with this house. And it's supposed to be a pretty twisty story, a lot of stuff that you kind of didn't see it coming or whatever. I've heard that this is like a thriller horror, and everyone seems to love it. That's it. That is the extent of my knowledge about this book. So yeah, this is great. I'm super excited to be reading this in December. So my final draw is The Last House on Needless Street. All right, so I think that that is going to be it. These are all of the books I will be reading in December. I am absolutely thrilled about this stack. This is probably the set that I am most excited about for every month that I have drawn all year. Yeah, I think that this is going to be an excellent reading month. I would be curious to know if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them. Also, are you looking forward to reading anything interesting in December? I would absolutely love to talk to you about it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like it and possibly subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.